Hi, I'm Jennifer Hain here with Dominique Smith, who was chosen for the 2013 first round draft for the New York Mets. Dominique, thank you so much for joining us at the Urban Youth Academy today in Compton.
Oh, thank you guys for having me.
Sure. So you just gave a speech to the young boys, the baseball players outside, a little bit about your background with the academy, and then also just what it's like going from the academy to high school baseball, now professional. So why don't you talk to us a little bit about what this journey has been like for you?
The journey for me has been amazing, honestly. And starting off playing baseball when I was 7 and now 18 playing professional baseball is a dream come true. And at the age of 7, I really just focused on baseball.
7 years old?
7 years old. I stopped playing basketball and football and all the other sports and really just focused on baseball. And when I got here at the academy, I really noticed and really wanted to make baseball my career.
And you started with the academy when you were 12 years old, right?
Yes, I started when I was 12 back in 2006. And so now I'm here at 18. I was at the academy last year, even with SAT prep and tutoring, and even playing games here. So I'm fresh out of the academy, and I still come here to work out when I'm in California. So.
Yeah. So being that you started with the academy, when the academy opened here in Compton, you were one of its first players. What has it been like for you, just the journey of staying with the academy, all the tutoring help you got, like you mentioned, in the classroom, and now having that helped you go pro? What do you credit the academy for with that?
Oh, the academy is the best place for any kids to go in California, period. The academy has been here for me on the field, off the field. They helped me make up classes that I failed earlier in my high school years, and they made it all possible for me to get into USC and go there. And their education department is just as good as their sports department. And they helped me on the field. They let me use their facilities, and they really pushed me since I started coming at 12 until now to really make it. And so I really credit them a lot, because without them, half of the things wouldn't even be possible.
Now, we talked about education a lot now too, so it kind of goes hands in hand with sports. So what advice would you give to a young player as far as not just pushing hard on the field, but also in the classroom?
I'll tell them to take school seriously from when they start, and especially when they get into high school, because these 4 years in high school are determining what college you go to and what future and career you will have later on in life. If you get good grades through a high school, you will be able to get into any college you want to, and that's important because whatever college you go to will determine what career you will have, or vice versa. So it's key to really focus on school, especially when you get into high school, because you need an education that have a good paying job nowadays.
And you mentioned USC, so you were committed to the University of Southern California for business, was it?
Yes.
And so then, having been drafted, you obviously skipped that step. So what was that like, just going straight from high school and now to pro?
It was kind of shocking a little bit. And
so what thought process did you have to go through for that to prepare?
Well, I knew since I was younger, since I was 12 years old, I wanted to play professional baseball. And if I got the opportunity, then I wanted to take it. My contract was guaranteed me 4 years of college whenever I'm done. So when I'm done, I can go back to USC and I have 4 years of college free. And so
that's awesome.
That was another determining factor on me signing right out of high school.
And I think that says a lot too, because you're even looking like farther in the future. If this doesn't work out, I'll go back to school. And I watched the draft video, and you love to cook. I saw. So what's your favorite thing to cook?
I love, I don't want to say fattening foods, but
fattening.
I love like a lot of meat. And
off the record, yeah.
Off the record, yeah.
Okay.
So I love to make like burgers and like steaks. And,
yeah.
Yeah, but I love cooking breakfast as well.
Nice. So you go gourmet.
Yeah.
All right. So we know that business, opening your own restaurant or cooking is a backup plan for you. Where do you see yourself with baseball long term?
Long termly, I see myself in the big league in the next 3 years.
Yeah.
And playing and being an all-star first baseman. And the Mets have a lot of big things for me in the future. So I'm just taking my time. I'm just getting stronger, getting older, getting more mature, and I'm just bracing myself and getting ready for a great career that
Yeah.
when I have.
I think it's really cool that you said taking your time and getting mature, because you do acknowledge that you did go right from high school, and I think it's important for young players to understand that journey, because so many people want to be the big shot right away and think, you know, that they don't have to go through that growth. So what is some advice that you have for young boys out there who want to start out that all-star, and in their head they have the confidence, but life lessons, what could you tell them about that?
Oh, you guys need to really just take your time and whatever.
Sorry if that was too deep. Yeah.
I have so many.
I just think it's really neat that with you being 18 now, that they hear what they have to go through and the patience that they have to have. Yeah. So yeah, we can skip ahead if you want. We can pass that question. Yeah. Okay. So what would you say? What is some advice that you'd have for young boys out there who want to start out that baseball all-star, and then they kind of think that they have to skip that step to growing and maturing, like you said? What life lessons could you give them for that?
I say that the kids need to look at the players ahead of them and see what they did before they became a big shot. Nobody starts out as a big shot, and everybody has to grind and take care of their business before they get to become a big shot. As when I say grind and take care of their business, I mean they have to put in the work and the time, rather than lifting weights or even just reading books if you don't want to be a professional baseball player. They have to really put in the time and the effort to become the big shot before they just become a big shot.
Yeah, and so you mentioned a lot about putting in the work. Being that you went from high school to pro now, and you've had some experience under your belt there, what are some things you wished you would have maybe done differently before you did that? Just so the boys can have some advice for what to work on beforehand.
I wish I would have worked harder my younger years, as far as 9th and 10th grade. As far as in school and off the field.
Okay.
I worked hard, but I knew deep down I could have worked harder than when I did work. And
so what's like an example of that? You mean like studying, or even just working out, lifting?
Oh, both. As far as my freshman and sophomore year, we had summer reading assignments I didn't do, and we had studying. I was too lazy. I'd rather just play baseball, and then as far as the baseball side, I mean, I would come and lift weights, but I knew I could have lifted weights harder than what I did, and I knew I took a lot of days off, which I shouldn't have, and things like that. And once I got older, I started realizing these things are important. I had Carl, who worked at the academy, and he stayed on me, and I didn't understand at a young age why he was on me so hard, or why was this important, why was that important. And when I got older, I really sat back and realized, okay, now I see why I was doing this, and I should have did this, and
yeah.
So.
Right. When you see people like Dave Frost here who come back and they give back to the boys and give these speeches, what do you see yourself doing in the future to give back to baseball like that?
Oh yeah. When I'm in my career and done with my career, I would always love to come back to the academy and just share with them what I've been through and my adversities and my ups and my downs, and what made me the player that I was when I played my career. So Dave Frost is a great man. I mean, the academy has a great staff, and all these guys have been great to the game. So,
what do you remember about like a lot of the mentors here, the staff who help out? You mentioned they're great, and I've even seen that just from today. What are some of the things that stand out to you that you'd recommend boys coming here to learn and grow?
The staff here has something that a lot of staff don't have, and that's a big heart. They love all the kids who come through here, and they will do anything to make sure these kids succeed in whatever they want to succeed in. And as a young kid, you need to come here with a great foundation like this, because they're here for the kids and nobody else but the kids.
Yeah.
And that's what's going to help them in the future.
Right. So being that you were MVP recently for the Gulf Coast League, right? So when you get these awards, and you've had so many awards throughout high school, at Sarah High School, how do you keep yourself grounded and humble?
I don't see myself super cocky or anything, because there's still people ahead of me, and I still haven't accomplished my main goal. I mean, the awards are nice, but getting awards isn't my goal. My goal is to play professional baseball.
Right.
My goal is to win Rookie of the Year and win a couple MVPs and win a World Series ring. So until those goals are complete, I don't feel like I'm worthy enough to walk around cocky or anything like that.
How do you, when you have those goals like that, how do you personally keep yourself motivated? Do you have certain things you do or rituals or?
Well, I don't have too many rituals, but I have my dad on my back, and he makes sure, and he keeps. I still have my dad on my back, and he keeps me motivated, and he always pushes me to the limit, and he makes sure that I'm focused and I really work hard so I can accomplish these things.
So what, being that you've had some adversities in your past as well, what is some advice that you have for young boys or just kids who don't have family on their side?
Oh, you guys have to just push through. It's tough not having family around, and it's hard, but God wouldn't put us through anything we can't handle. And so if you're going through a tough time, just know that it's going to get easier.
Great. Well, thank you so much for joining us today. It was such a pleasure talking with you and
you
meeting you. You've been truly an inspiration. So we're looking forward to having you come back to the Academy.
Of course.
All right. And good luck with your season.